Another Sunday is here. Week 8 getting started. Start off with the Jets massacre in the morning, and we'll end with the we'll end with the Giants massacre on Monday night. So
I hope it's a massacre for the
uh,
for the good.
we'll see. We'll see.
Monday night.
That's gonna be a fun one to watch. See if the Chiefs can get it together, or if the Giants continue to shock like they did last
Mm.
week. That's gonna be a fun one. So
Hmm.
yeah. So what we'll do is we're gonna run through the games. We'll give some updates, give some predictions. We did do a short Jets, Giants, and Patriots preview show. If you guys want to go back, you can catch that. Get hyped up for the games. But in the meantime, we'll be going through the rest. We'll be taking your fantasy questions. So speaking of that, let me get the chat window open for us. So
Hmm.
drop your fantasy questions in if you're stuck on something. Let us help you out. I think we've been giving out some outstanding advice so far, making a lot of winners out of people. Also, if you're trying to put together a DraftKings team, you can go back, jump onto our channel, check out the DraftKings show for some great tips on putting together a team that's going to cash this week. So, with that, what's going on, bud? You ready to talk some football? Week 8 already?
Week 8. I mean, almost halfway through. I have no confidence today. What happened to second take there? I can't
uh,
believe we're halfway through. I mean, it feels like just yesterday we did the draft show, and now we're almost halfway through the season already. How is this
I know.
possible?
I
What's
don't know.
happening here?
The time is just it's in fast forward, it feels like. So
Yep.
yeah, second, man, I I have absolutely zero hopes for today.
Oh, he's talking about the Jets. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It's going to be like I said. If you didn't jump over and check out the Jets preview show because it's pretty funny. But yeah, it's going to be a bloodbath today. I mean, Mike White, no Corey Davis, C.J. Mosley is back, thank God, to hopefully make the defense somewhat cohesive. But oh man, it's gonna be
Hmm.
bad. Hopefully, a big Michael Carter day though. I'd like to see the rookies really step up with Michael Carter and Elijah Moore. So
Hmm.
I'm looking for those things, but I have no confidence in a victory at all. I just want to see the rookies kind of get the ball in their hands and do a little bit of damage, get a little more comfortable. So,
Mm.
all right. So let's answer your question. Start two: Terry
Terry.
McLaurin, Damian Harris, Mike Evans
Oh,
in
so Terry
PPR.
looks okay. I thought he was banged up, but he's not
He's
listed
not
as
in
anything.
right,
I thought
right.
there was something up with him. Damian
Um,
Harris, New England, Mike Evans.
man,
Washington is
this
let's see.
that's a good situation. Second, you've always got the worst problems. I swear.
Yep.
Um,
I mean, at Denver, in Denver this afternoon.
yeah, in Denver. That's Bucks Saints. Man, I like that matchup as well. And I think you have to go with Harris because the Chargers' run defense is terrible, absolutely terrible. Harris has had back-to-back
Hmm.
100-yard games. I expect that to probably continue. Um, so definitely plug
Mike
Damon
Evans.
Harrison. And I would probably go with Evans just for the
Hmm.
upside. But then again, if you have Gronk coming back, is he going to reunite with Gronk? There is no Antonio Brown, so
Right.
you're looking at those two and Evans and Godwin, and then Gronk coming back. We don't know what that's actually going to look like. So yeah, Mike Evans, and Damian Harris, I think, would be your best two starts in this one.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if Gronk's 100% either with his ribs. I
Yeah,
mean, they're trying to be quiet about it, but I can't see him being at full strength.
yeah. All right, Alex's question: Dallas's defense or Seattle? I'm going
Hmm.
Dallas's defense. I mean the Seattle looks terrible, really really bad. And the other thing is Trevor Lawrence has looked better every week, so he's getting better. The Seahawks are getting worse. I would go with that. I mean, I know the Vikings are pretty good, but this is a Vikings team that could also only score like 12 points. So
Right. You don't know with the Vikings, even though they're at home, right? In the dome. And they got Jefferson and they have weapons there, but Cousins just never seems to do it, right? So I agree. I mean, as much as I think Dallas's defense has improved over last year, and looking at Minnesota, what they're able to do if they're firing on all cylinders, but they just
yeah.
never seem to be. And how's he going to play in prime time? I don't know, but I don't think you're going to go wrong there with Dallas's defense.
Right. I would go with it.
Yep.
And actually, the Cowboys have a relatively decent defense this year. I know they've been kind of just a pushover for the last couple of years, but if you look at them from a fantasy perspective, they've actually scored rather well overall. So not as bad as they were. And a 5-1, especially if Dak's playing and they get a nice lead and
Yep.
Cousins has to start chucking the ball. Cousins doesn't do that very well.
No.
He's
So
gonna
the
throw a
only thing you
couple
got to watch for is if Cooper Rush starts, because there's a chance that Dak doesn't play tonight.
Right.
And if he doesn't play, the defense may be on the field a lot longer than normal, which could give him more opportunities or could wear him down. Right.
True.
So they're I don't know. I mean, if I'm Jones, right, and I'm Dallas, I might be thinking about resting him. I mean, you have a decent lead in the East, right? Do you really run him out there and risk further injury and maybe have him end up on the IR and risk losing the division when it's wide open for you?
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that they may maybe they start Cooper and see what happens and only use him if they need to. But I think the smart play for them is to sit him.
Yeah.
So and
be.
I have Prescott on my team. I'm not confident that he's playing tonight. Yeah.
Or you do it the other way and you let him play the first half, hopefully get a nice lead, and then let Rush come in. And,
yeah, but then you risk the chance of injury too.
Yeah.
And then what?
But
They're gonna ride Cooper? No.
Better to play fresh than play from behind when the rush is coming even hotter.
Maybe. Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah. So let's keep going here. So Alex, I think we're both still saying go with Dallas's defense.
Yeah.
Seattle's just looks really bad. So
yeah, they're not the Legion of Boom anymore.
No, not even close. They look lost. And I love seeing Jamal Adams out there just frustrated and angry and getting burned. And I don't know if you watched the game last week where that would-be interception literally bounced off his chest.
Yeah.
He jumped it perfectly and it hit him square in the numbers and bounced right off of him. Like you gotta put your hands there. Like you didn't put Stickum on your chest.
Right.
You have to. Oh, it's just great. So
right, you're not Lester Hayes on the Raiders in the '70s would stick him all over you.
Right.
He would have caught that ball without even touching it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, second John had one of his friends had a tragic passing in the family, so he's there supporting them today. So he wasn't able to stick with us. So he's taking care of that and helping his buddy out. So, and our thoughts definitely go out. He's one of the fans that are on here quite often. So,
sorry to hear that.
Thoughts go out to him, and hopefully he gets through that situation as easily as he can. But yeah, there's no way to easily get through a death in the family. So
no,
so the best to Chris, and hopefully he's getting through today as best as he can. So with that, let's start getting some game preview in. So, all right. So yeah, Jets Bengals. I don't think we need to save this one to the end because it's going to be bad. So the line is now slipped to 11.5 points to the Bengals. It is a home game for New York, but I don't think that's going to matter. Like I just talked about, Corey Davis is out. I don't know all I know is he has a hip flexor. So. Which is good because I think most people are supposed to have two of them, so at least he has one. But that popped up on Thursday, which is not ideal whatsoever to pop up in practice in the middle of the week. So that's going to hurt a lot. But CJ Mosley is back. That's going to hopefully help this defense tremendously because last week those guys looked lost out there without that guidance and direction. So I don't know how you stop this offense, but having C.J. Mosley at least gives a little bit of guidance and direction back there. But, I mean, like we talked about in the DraftKings show, Jamar Chase is going to be, I think, unstoppable today. I don't know who is going to stick with him. I don't know if anybody on this team is talented enough to stick with him. So that's going to be a massive, massive undertaking for him. So really all I want to see from the Jets, like I said, I want to see Michael Carter get the ball 20 times and see what he can do. And I want to see Elijah Moore start getting the ball in situations where he can do something. Give him some crossing routes that he can, pick up some speed and get going type of thing. And, stop using him on the outside. He's small, he's quick, he's agile. Get him in the slot and let him do something. So this is going to be, like I said, I still believe probably a 24, 25-point victory for the Bengals. I don't think Mike White's going to be able to keep up with it whatsoever. No. So
he shouldn't. I mean, he shouldn't. It should be a game for Cincinnati to really light it up. Everyone's healthy. There should be no reason for them not to go out and, score 28 points easily and hold the Jets down. And the Jets have their starting quarterback, wide receiver out. I mean, to me, there should be no contest. And if it is a contest, then there's a problem with the Bengals because they should go 6-2, which is incredible after the first 8.
Yeah, this would be like a Giants upset last week style. Because with the Giants injuries last week, for them to not only win that game but dominate that game shouldn't have happened, right? Logically speaking, should not have happened.
No, maybe the Panthers were looking past them. I don't think the Bengals are at the point that they're going to start looking past teams. So I don't see this as a trap game for them. Even though you could be in the locker room now thinking we're going against the second string quarterback and the key starting wide receivers out. It could be a walk in the park and you could end up falling behind early and getting in trouble, but they should just come out and dominate early and just ride it out.
Even that alone would be a positive sign. Like if they fell behind early, because that means the Jets finally scored points in the first quarter, which would also be a victory today. So it's going to be bad. So let's hope that ends here in the 7th game of the Jets season. To score a point in the first quarter it's about time. So, all right. So speaking of the Panthers at the Falcons, Calvin Ridley's out for this game.
Did you see that? Personal reasons again. So, and they said it's the same thing as last time, why he didn't go to London. So that's a little scary. I mean, hopefully he's okay. Maybe he's just not right. I don't know if it's mental or what, but personal reasons.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. But last time he didn't travel to London, Kyle Pitts went ballistic.
Yes.
So I know in our DraftKings we plugged Pitts in, but excuse me, but he's good. He's going to be really good again this week.
Yep.
So definitely, if you're doing daily fantasy, get Pitts in your lineup because he's going to be money. From the Panther side, man, Sam Darnold has looked like New York Jets Sam Darnold over the last 3 or 4 games. Like he started hot. Everybody's like, "Oh, why'd you get rid of Sam Darnold? Look at how good he looks."
Yeah.
All those guys just disappeared. Everybody online that was like, "Oh, we made a huge mistake getting rid of Sam. Look at how good he is. It was our fault." Nope. Sam Darnold's back, right? So, this is going to be one of those games to where we talked about how we didn't think the Falcons were going to win 3 games, and they're sitting at 3-3 right now. And I really see them going 4-3.
I think they win today too. I think Cordell Patterson's going to be huge today to just keep on pounding that ball and a Mike Davis behind him. I think they're in Carolina, but I think Atlanta, because of what happened. I mean, they benched Darnold last week, right? Last week, and
to try to get a spark.
Yeah, and that
the guy you traded for isn't your spark. The guy on your bench is your spark.
Yeah, that's a little scary. No, I think Atlanta wins this game too.
Okay. Alex, Bengals or Panthers defense? I have a feeling we just answered that by saying the Panthers are going to lose and the Bengals are going to dominate. So
Bengals
D, yes. As much as it kills me inside to tell you this, but start the Bengals D against the Jets.
Yep.
That's your win. Travis, what's going on, man?
I was one. What is that?
I'm guessing you're thinking of the one of the ones who believe the Giants were not going to win that game last week.
Right. He must have parlayed the Panthers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If you're gonna do parlays, get with Travis, find out what he did, and do the opposite.
Come on.
Well, every week it's like he comes down to his last one. It's like,
that's right. He's always in it.
Lost. Right. I took the Falcons, or I took the Jets against the Falcons, lost, and the next week, I took. It's just always the wrong direction. But to be fair, they're the right calls. They're just not coming out the right way, right? So.
He thought Donald. Yeah.
Yeah, no, not so much. All right, so let's roll on to an AFC East matchup here. The Dolphins traveling to the Bills. The 1-6 Dolphins. Talking about things that we didn't see coming. I didn't think the team was going to be that good. I know your sister did. Had playoff aspirations. We were concerned about Tua, but I didn't think this team would go 1-6 to start the year. I mean, I thought it would be much closer than that. So, yeah, 1-6 Dolphins going up to the 4-2 Bills. Buffalo is a 14.5 point favorite in this one, which
Mm-hmm.
is crazy. What is, they have a 3 point higher spread than the Bengals offense against the Jets. That's
Yeah.
insane to me.
I
I
mean,
mean,
Miami has no shot in this game. I mean,
no.
it's a shame because they on paper they looked like maybe they would have been competitive in the East, and
Yeah.
now what are they going to fall to 1-7 here? I
One and
mean,
seven, same record as the
Jesus,
Jets. Actually, they'll still
Jesus.
have a worse record than the Jets because they haven't had their bye yet.
Yep,
So, uh, yeah,
yep.
I saw Devontae Parker is active.
Hmm.
He was their big questionable, but I don't know if that matters at all. So,
Yeah, I mean Dawson
Dawson,
Knox is out, right? He
yeah,
broke his
but
hand last week or whatever, and
yeah, I don't think he's the linchpin in
I don't either.
Buffalo's offense. So,
I don't either. So
um, let me get back
Miami's
to
depth chart.
yeah, it's just Devontae
Preston
Parker.
Williams.
Preston Williams is a healthy scratch.
Yep, he's
So,
out.
yeah, it should be Parker in this one. That's in, and then
Yeah. And they're saying Tua is the starter, right? So he's calling Tua the starter for the rest of the season, barring injury. But
yeah, at this point you might as well.
yeah, I mean,
There's nothing else to do. So,
yeah.
but I do think Jalen Waddle's got a nice game today. I expect them to be behind. I think
Mhm.
Tua's going to have to throw, and once he starts throwing, I think he's going to go to Waddle early and often. They seem
Yeah.
to be forming a really nice connection there,
Hmm.
the two of them. So I expect in garbage time for Waddle to have a nice game, but I don't think Josh Allen's going to have too much trouble
No, I don't either.
navigating this defense, and Stephon Diggs should have a nice game as well.
Yep.
I don't know which running back's going to, but all the wide receivers, Sanders and what's his name, Beasley.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think all three of them should have a really nice game, and it
Sure.
should be a very comfortable win for Buffalo
Yep.
today.
Yeah, that should be an
Nice
easy game.
52 degrees. All right, next up, 49ers at the Bears. 4 points. That's all they're giving San Fran in this one. The Bears,
Really?
with an offense that looks like it does not know how to play football, or
Yep.
an offensive coordinator who doesn't know how to call plays. I don't know which it is, but the Bears' offense is like historically bad. I think they're averaging like 120 yards on offense a game,
Yep.
which is almost hard to do by accident. I mean, you should have more than that. Just in garbage time, you know, garbage
Yeah.
time completions, right? Like they're
Right.
not doing anything. Just poor
I mean
Justin Fields.
Robinson and even Cole
Yeah,
Kmet going in for Jimmy Graham. He's not doing anything. They just don't have anything going on, and maybe it is all on Fields. Maybe it's just that Fields cannot get it done. He's not hitting his
yeah.
passes. He's just, they
And
look like a team lost, and
an Ohio State quarterback. Is that what we're thinking?
that might be that. That might be
Yeah,
it. I mean, San
it's
Fran. What did you say the points were in this game?
it's they're 4 point favorites over under of only 40 points.
So San Fran has inactive Hurst, D Ford. Uh, let's see here.
I mean, nothing
Yeah, they're
nothing
pretty.
crazy on
They're
their
pretty
side.
healthy. Yeah, they're pretty healthy. So you would think
Yeah,
why is it only 4 points?
right,
That really
right. I
doesn't
mean,
make
that's
sense. This should be an easy game for San Fran.
I know it's Chicago at home. Their defense still has Khalil Mack on it, but I mean,
Yeah, but
it
even so,
a 4 point victory for a team
no.
that's averaging 120 yards a game on offense like that. If that's what it is, man, just write the 49ers off right now because that's
Right.
that's done. If you can't beat a team that's, I mean, they are 3-4 to give the Bears credit. They have a better record than the Niners. Surprisingly, that defense again is keeping them in games. But
Yep,
yeah, if you want to be a contender in the West, you've got to win this game and you have to win it decisively.
that's
So
right.
I'm going to go with the 49ers in this one. I think they should be able to do
Absolutely.
their job and win this one. And I am on the Bills side. I'm looking for Khalil Herbert again. He
On the
looks,
Bears side.
yeah, on the Bears side. He looks really good. stepping in for Montgomery. I mean, he put up a
Mhm.
100-yard game last week against Tampa, which he shouldn't have been able to do, and he did. So I'm excited to see him continue to tout that rock, and he's pretty much the only bright spot that the Bears have right now uh,
Mhm.
until Justin Fields figures out how to quarterback in the NFL. Hand the ball to Herbert and let him take the punishment. I think.
Right. That's what they
So
should do. Yep.
yeah.
So how
Is
pumped?
Judy active? From last I saw, he
So
was not.
no, he
He was
is.
he
He
was
is.
coming
But
off
they
of
said,
IR.
yeah,
Let me see.
they said he practiced this week and his ankle was still. They held him out a little bit of the last practice because of some tenderness in the ankle. So
Yeah,
I don't know how pumped I am about putting him in yet.
yeah. Oh, so
I don't
this
know if he'll go to full game or not.
yeah, they were saying he was activated from IR but may not be ready to play. So
Right.
he's still questionable for the second half, but or for the second slate of games. I don't really know if I'm over the top with that
No.
offense. I mean,
No.
it looks like it's kind of running through the ground game with Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon. So that one for me is hard to say. Any offensive player right now, like Bridgewater looks like a good game manager, but that running game is what is really
Hmm.
doing well for them. All right, so here we go. This is a game that you should, especially AFC North fans, would normally have a pretty strong eye on the Steelers and the Browns. To me,
Hmm.
this is two teams that completely switched spots in their
Yep.
division. Like the Steelers owned it. The Browns were always just the doormat of the division. They're 4-3. The Steelers are 3-3. Steelers are 5 point underdogs in this one,
Hmm.
and the over under is only 43 points. So I didn't see Baker on the injury list.
No, they said
So
he
I
was
assume,
playing. So
yeah,
Peoples Jones.
he's the only injury I saw.
Yeah.
Beckham's
Yep.
playing.
Yeah. I mean,
You
Becca.
you don't have Kareem Hunt, but Chubb is back.
Yes.
Which if you could get Chubb into a fantasy into a DFS with no Kareem Hunt there, oh man, I mean
Yep.
talk about squeezing the juice out of the orange, and the
Yep.
Browns are orange, so I mean you're gonna get a lot of you're
Are
gonna
they
get a
orange
lot
or
of
brown?
juice. Well, there's the Browns, but for some
Brownish
reason,
orange?
yeah,
Orange brown.
some
Okay.
reason they went with an orange design.
Yeah.
Again, doesn't make sense. Should be offensive to the word brown, but apparently Brown is still okay with it. So anyway, so this one's gonna get ugly. I think. I mean, Big Ben looks bad. He
Hmm.
does not look like
Well,
himself.
last time we said that, he lit it up, right? We were
He
like,
did.
why is he even out there? What's he doing? And
Yeah,
then
that's
he
true.
blew out whoever they were playing that week. So, but
Yeah,
I
but there's
agree.
still
I agree. Cleveland, even though Beckham with his shoulder, when he caught a ball, I think it was last week, landed on his bad shoulder again, laid on the sidelines, couldn't get up, but he has he's not marked as questionable or anything, which is surprising because I
yeah.
thought his shoulder was banged up. Hey, Mark.
What's going on,
Um,
Mark?
looking at both teams, I mean, they are pretty healthy. Both offenses, Juju's out, and like you said, Kareem Hunt's out, so they both lose one of their starters. But I think Cleveland, like you said, has taken their place, and I think Cleveland wins today. Yeah,
Yeah, it should be pretty. It should be a pretty easy game there.
right. You would think. I mean, but again, Baker's shoulders messed up too, right? He gets one hit or something. You don't know what's going to happen with
Yeah,
him, and
I mean that is
same
true.
thing with Odell. So
That
both
is
of them are
true.
a little iffy. So.
Yeah, I think this one will probably come down a lot to the running game because
Mhm.
they'll probably limit Mayfield and Big Ben. They'll probably want to limit him if they can stay in this game and really run this thing through the ground on both
Mhm.
sides with Harris and Chubb, and just try and get the defense to stop somebody. It's probably the way to attack this one.
Mm.
Um, Alex,
Wow. That's the first time we've been asked about Khalif Raymond, I think.
yeah,
Detroit.
um,
So Devontae Parker. So we talked about, you think Waddle's going to have the big game down there in Miami. In Detroit is playing.
yeah, Philly.
Yeah. Again, so
Uh, So what's interesting
that's a
is
good
I
question.
was looking to see I was just quickly looking up to see what his numbers are looking like. He scored 14 points last week, which is good. And then the notes on him says that Jared Goff compares Khalif Raymond to Cooper Cup.
Wow.
he loved Cooper Kupp.
Some high praise.
So we talked about this. We don't really like the Dolphins in this one, and the only person that I personally like is Jalen Waddle for that team. Devontae Adams coming off of an injury.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he's going to be able to do. A lot of garbage time is what I'm expecting in Miami, but against Philly, the Lions, I think they're going to win this game. Spoiler alert for the game to come up next, but
Wow.
I like the Lions to upset Philly at home. They've been very competitive, and I hate
They
picking
have.
the Lions because they continue to lose, but this could be a game that they could handle, and if that's true, and he thinks Raymond is Cooper Kupp, that means
Yeah,
he's going to get
Raymond's your
peppered.
man. Yep.
So I
Yep.
would definitely, if you're going to roll a dice, roll it on the high side. So
Yeah.
go with the possible upside, and because I don't know if
Yeah, I think Khalif
now,
will have more targets and touches than Devontae will. So
yeah, yep. So yeah, roll the dice, go big, and
going against the Bills defense, that's right. Miami's
yeah.
going to be in trouble for sure.
Right. So yeah, let's spoiler alert. Lions hosting the Eagles this week. Obviously, I think the Lions are going to win. Philly's only a 3-point favorite, but I think this is where they end this streak, and Dan Campbell gets his first victory as a head coach. I expect him to cry a lot, and but I expect good things in Detroit for the first time in
Yeah.
a very long time. So
Yeah, the Eagles are hard to figure out. I mean, so Miles
They are.
Sanders is out, right? I mean, you got Devontae, you got Rager, Goddard's there, but they just, they're what, 2-5, right? And they're in second place.
Right.
They're in second place, and he's tied for second, not tied for last, tied for second.
Tied for second.
And yeah, I'd love to see Detroit come in and knock the Eagles down to go 2-6. I couldn't want anything more for that game. I mean, especially for the people I thought the Eagles were going to run away with the division. Nope, not happening. But yeah, I think Detroit has been surprising a lot of people this year in a lot of games, playing competitive, playing tight. A couple of games they probably should have won. Yeah, I'll go with Detroit this game too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Let's
thought I was
do it.
going to kind of be out there on a ledge by myself, but
No.
that's good to hear. Yeah, I
No.
mean, so the Eagles, with Miles Sanders being on the IR, he's not just out, but he's on the IR. So
That's right.
when we talk about little nuggets from this game, I'm interested to see what Kenneth Gainwell is going to do. So he was coming out of Memphis, rookie. Looks like he's going to get his shot. He's been doing a lot of he's been the pass catcher mostly there. So you still have Scott as well. I don't know who
Boston
they're going
Scott.
to.
Boston
I don't know
Scott's a
who they're
tough
going
runner
to.
too. They've used him
is.
in spots here, and all of a sudden there's been games last year before where he comes in and he can run. He gets through the line, he'll put up 50, 60 yards, and so he'll help them. He's not going to be Miles Sanders, but
No, but I think this is just me personally. I'm not the coach of the team, but Kenneth Gainwell, I think, has more upside than Miles Sanders does. I really do. Because he can catch, he can run, he can do it all, and he's probably a little more durable at this point because Sanders is always banged up. So if he has a big game today, I mean, they're going to have a nice problem there with when Sanders comes back because he's going to be hard to take out of the lineup. Now with the Lions, I'm going to be watching for Raymond and see what he does. I wasn't thinking about it before. Alex, thank you for asking that question because I am going to keep an eye on that and see if he is the Cooper Kupp of Motor City. But that's going to be interesting to watch. And also with Williams banged up, the running back in Detroit, what is Swift going to do today? I mean, he's got really nothing behind him to really help out. So he could have a massive, massive game today.
he should.
With nobody to really tap him out. So if this game is close, he's going to get some work, and I'm excited to see that. So, but yeah, all right, we're both taking the Lions. I like it. All right, so Titans, Colts, 5-2 Titans, 3-4 Colts are at home. Indy is a 3-point favorite. Another one I don't quite understand here. Like this.
Neither one of these teams I understand. I mean, these are two teams that are like enigmas. They're just, you see the Titans play a great game, and then you're on them, and you're thinking Henry, and then the next game they can't score, they can't do anything.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the Colts. They're too I think overall the Titans obviously are the better team, even though Wentz has looked better when he's not injured. When the last couple of games, I know John was high on him last week.
Yep.
That's a good question from Mark. No, I think the Titans have to win this game. Was Julio out of this game?
Julio is out of
I
this
thought
game.
I
Yep.
saw something right for that.
What
Yeah.
a surprise. What
Yeah.
a surprise.
What is it, hamstring again?
Yeah.
Man, that guy. Can he get new hamstrings? Can you get those?
I don't know. Maybe he can ask. Maybe he could swap. He can get Corey Davis's hip flexors
Hip
and
flexor, switch them out.
swap them.
So
Yeah.
Colts 3-4. Yeah, Taylor, Pittman, Hilton, Pascal.
Yeah,
I cannot take Carson Wentz. I mean, I just can't. I just
Goes-
can't do it. I mean,
it
he's
goes
just
against your beliefs as a human being.
no.
Yeah.
When you take
No,
him, he folds. So
Right. I think, like you said, the Titans are the better team here. I mean, it is a home game for the Colts. The Colts could win this game. I would not be surprised to see it because Taylor's a very good running back and Henry's a very good running back. So again, like if a running game can get going and control the clock and the tempo of the game, one of these teams can easily control the outcome of this game. But yeah, this should be, to me, this is going to be a shootout, and I like the 51 over under because Vegas thinks this is going to be relatively high scoring as well. I'm going to go with the Titans to pull this one out. I think Derrick Henry will just milk the clock down at the end. You can't stop him. And I can't remember the kid's name, but his backup, at least from when the Jets played him, they couldn't stop him. Henry had like 30 something carries for 100 and something yards. I mean, he had a lot, but when they needed like a big third down, they brought his backup in it, and the Jets couldn't catch him. He was just explosive. I can't remember his name. It's
McNichols, Jeremy McNichols. Yep.
Yes, very very hard to stop. So man, if Henry ever goes down, snatch that kid up. So, all right. So Mark,
any big moves?
So I just read the Texans are planning on holding on to Deshaun Watson. Why? I don't know. If you're planning on keeping him, start him. Win a couple games. Leave Davis Mills on the sidelines. The kid's getting destroyed. Like, give him a break.
I mean, we haven't heard anything else about these lawsuits, right? Nothing else is being talked about. It's not in the news anymore. Now they're not going to trade him, but they're also not going to start him. So what are you doing?
Right, just paying him a
What are you
ton
doing?
of money.
Are you still paying him? I mean, so use him, run him
Right.
out there. I don't get it. I mean, I know they're talking about Deshaun being on the move, right? They were sitting him out today, healthy scratch, try and trade him. I don't know who's going to go after him. He can't run the way he used to. Even Giants, Evan Ingram, they're talking about maybe being on the block, moving him to another team. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know of any other. I don't know if I call Evan Ingram a big move, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Jets, they were talking about maybe Marcus May, moving him because they're probably not going to pay. They're not going to pay him a big contract. I mean, he's a good safety, but he's not great. He's going into he's in that last year, so potentially moving him for a mid-round guy. But man, I don't really see a lot of big moves to be out there. I mean, maybe the Dolphins unload some stuff, but you'd think that would be counterintuitive to what they're trying to do. But maybe like Will Fuller, because he only signed a 1-year deal anyway. So it's like, all right, we're not going to win this year. No point in keeping Fuller. Might as well get something for him. Maybe something like that, possibly. But I feel like a lot of the teams that are in it don't really have massive injuries that they're dealing with that they need to do anything with.
That's right. That's right.
Like,
I mean, you think about like the Eagles with 2 wins, Washington 2 wins, Giants 2 wins, Jets down, Dolphins. There's a lot of teams with minimal wins, but like you said, the teams up top
don't need a lot of help.
Right. So right now, and there is 17 games. So are you hanging on to see Mark Ingram traded to Saints this week? No, I don't see it. I think we would have heard some more. Heard Bills maybe targeting Fuller from Denver.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Bills, like the teams that are at the very top, maybe try and grab some guys to really fortify who they are. You know what I mean? Like the Bucs will probably, they might add they might add some pieces. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Cowboys make a move to really try and take a strangle on the East before anything changes there. Now with the Packers upsetting the Cardinals, which I did not see coming.
No, I didn't either.
2-7-1 teams. Do they look to make a move? They could look to, hey man, now you've got those two teams fighting for the number one seed in the NFC. Do they make some moves to strengthen up? Do the Cardinals look for a corner to strengthen up the defense a little bit? Could be. But I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be shocking.
Right. They could go after like Bradbury too for the Giants. I mean, they were talking about him maybe floating him out there. The Giants have a nice secondary, and somebody may come in and try and pick one of those guys up. Whether it is, Green Bay loses the first game of the season. Everybody said, Packers, and he's dumping and all of this stuff, and he wins 7 in a row. I mean,
right.
Incredible.
Yeah. Alex, I don't know why you would have thought the Packers win that game. That's kind of weird. They had no business winning that game.
He's a psychic.
I guess so. Well, give me the winning lottery numbers, please.
Yes.
Take some of those. And we were talking about it. So it's shocking. I don't know, Jim, like how many younger people you work with, right? But Alex is like 24 years old.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he's that old. I think he's younger than
that. Yeah, so we were talking about, like, he's never seen like the classic movies that damn it, what was, I can't remember. Alex, you got to remind me what your assignment was. No, like the classic comedies like that from like the early 2000s, which is crazy. Like, yeah, some of these guys, like if they've ever seen Step Brothers or Super Troopers, what we were talking about, never seen them. And I'm like, wow. How have you never seen this? They're some of the greatest comedies of all times. But
here we go.
Yeah. Have you watched it yet? That's what I need to know. Have you watched Super Troopers? It's Sunday. You had all day yesterday. Did you squeeze it in? And did it change your life? But yeah, I asked some of the young guys that we have at work, and I was like, "Hey, you seen Super Troopers?" And they look at me sideways. Like, not only have they never seen it, but they've never heard of it. And I'm like, "What? How?" Like,
so I'm gonna give you a shocker right here. I don't know that one.
Oh my god!
Super Troopers? Who's in that?
How? Oh my god!
I'm old. I'm old. You see this right here? This is gray hair.
Yeah, I get that too. That's why I don't grow it out.
What? But, who's in this movie?
Wait. It's the Super
Joe's
Super
40
guys.
now, everybody. I don't know if you know, but
yes, I did.
Joe had a big birthday yesterday.
I did turn 40 on Friday. So
Friday, yeah.
Friday, yeah.
So Super Troopers is what? What is this?
All right,
you don't even know.
You just got to watch. There's no famous guys in it. It's like those guys. They did a couple other movies, but it's like almost.
Sounds exciting.
It's
a comedy.
It's a comedy, and it is outstanding. It's one of the funniest movies.
Wow,
ever.
I can't. I don't. It doesn't even.
You have to watch it. Like there's so many. There's so many great one-liners that come out of that movie. It's just incredible. Oh man.
I'll have to look for it because I don't know it. I don't know that one.
Oh, it's so good.
No, I don't know it.
All right. Well, disturbing. Then I guess I don't know. I guess I'm aging myself right in the middle.
Maybe. I mean, it's stuff John and I talk about. You're like, I don't know what you're talking about because you're the age gap there. But anyway,
friggin' old timers. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, he knows Super Troopers. I'll have to look it up. I never heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to look it up on my phone while we're doing this.
Right. Yeah. Mark, is there a movie out there that you could take more one-liners from than that one? I mean, maybe Step Brothers. I mean, that's got a lot of good ones. Old School's got some great one-liners to take out of it. But
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers has got some great lines. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, obviously, but
oh my God, there's even a Super Troopers 2.
There is, yeah, and then they made a couple other ones like Beer Fest and stuff like that. But I don't know who, like, they're not.
I don't know any of these names.
No. But they're like just a group of guys that made that movie, and then they wrote it and made
2001.
Yeah,
never heard of
it. It's a 20-year-old movie now, so which is insane to think of.
Wow, Alex, I'm with you. I never saw it either.
Liter of Cola. It's the best movie. Do we do Liter of Cola? Anyway, all right. So let's keep rolling. Yeah, Jim, find it and watch it. You're gonna love it. It's so funny. All right. Speaking of funny, the Texans are going to try to compete with the Rams today.
Oh, come on.
That in itself is a movie joke. So
Yep.
16.5 points for the
Yeah.
Rams in this one.
Yeah.
6-1
That Rams are like,
Rams.
we're not even going to start Deshaun. We're going to try and trade him. We don't even need him for this.
It's gonna be.
Come on.
Oh God.
This is a walk in the park.
Yeah.
If
There's
it's
not
not, it's
much.
a problem.
Yeah. This is. Let's just move on. The
Yeah.
Rams win, and
Yep.
there's nothing to talk about in this one. Start your Rams. Bench your Texans.
Mhm.
Start the Rams defense. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Actually, I gotta put my picks in. We got 20 minutes here. What am I doing? I didn't even
you
put some
do.
of the stuff in.
All right, so
Good.
Alex is waiting. He's all tingly and waiting very
For what?
patiently for the Patriots traveling to the Chargers. 4 points.
Did he
4
watch
points for
Did he watch the preview we did?
I don't know. Oh yeah, he did. He commented on it. Said John was wrong. 50 points in this one for the over/under, which is what I want to see in this game. The Chargers offense has got to come with more than they came with last year. That 45-0 loss was incredible. To think that, with Herbert's rookie year too. I mean, nobody could stop him, and the Patriots went in there and just completely shut him down. So, like we said, new coaching staff. I don't believe, and Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, if you know this off the top of your head, but I don't think Eckler was in that game. I think he was hurt in that game. I'm not positive on that one, but it does look like Eckler's saying he's going to play today, which they have to have him to be competitive in this one, I think. So as long as he's in the game, you've got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams is back. You've got some pieces there. The offensive line is better, should protect Herbert a little bit better than they did last year. And this is going to be fun because if that's the way it plays out, I want to see what Mac Jones is going to do when he has to throw the ball more than 3 or 4 yards down the field. Right? Like, that's going to be interesting because I don't know if did you watch the Jets-Patriots game at all? Jim?
A little
see
bit.
any of
It
it?
was on the same time as the Giant game. So
Okay. Yeah, it was so like I said before, the defense was just in shambles. Like they had no idea which direction to go. But all Mac Jones was doing was like 3 little screen passes that were turning into 15-yard completions because the defense couldn't do anything. Like that's not going to work,
no.
ever, except for against a Jets defense that doesn't know what they're doing. But anybody else, the 3-yard screen pass is going to get 3 yards, and you're going to get slammed by a linebacker. But they just couldn't do it. So if Mac Jones has to go downfield and try to keep pace with Justin Herbert, that's going to be interesting to see what happens in this one. And like we talked about, the Patriots' 3 wins have come twice against the Jets and once against Houston, and barely against Houston.
Not good.
Right?
No.
A massive comeback that they had to orchestrate to beat the Texans. The only game the Texans have looked good in, really, for the years. Well, actually, they opened the year pretty good against Jacksonville. So, this one, I got to go with the Chargers at home. I mean, I can't see them laying an egg again, right?
Yep.
So Chargers, 4 points. Vegas doesn't really know what to do with it, I think, with the 4-point spread, leaving it there.
Chargers win by easy
50 points.
Yeah, easy by covering that spread.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you like them by probably a touchdown then, at the very least.
10 points.
10-point lead. God damn, this fucking fly. All right. Yeah, just give me the Chargers. I'll Chargers in the points. I'll take it. I think they've got it. And I think the Patriots need to get knocked down a few rungs after that game. And Alex, I am hoping, and John, I don't know if John's watching this, but I hope the Chargers smash Bill Belichick into the ground after what he did last week. And I thought it was extremely cheap and extremely just petty is what I thought it was, especially when you're late in the game. The Jets are punting on 4th and 3, giving up the game, and you're still chucking the ball down the field, trying to put up more points. Like, come on, please give Coach Staley a call and let him know, run that score up to 70. I'd love to see it. All right, Jacksonville traveling up here to my neck of the woods. Beautiful day today. up here in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Cold, very cold. It was like 31 degrees this morning, but should be, looks like in the 50s today, I believe it is. Mid 50s, so it should, and perfectly clear sunny day, so it should be a beautiful day for football up here. Seattle's 4-point favorites. Jacksonville's 1-5. Seattle's 2-5. Geno Smith looks exactly like Geno Smith.
Yep.
And Trevor Lawrence is looking better and better every week. I seeing the highlights. I mean, they're still losing, but he is looking much more comfortable. He's moving around the pocket. He's making awesome throws. I like Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville is going to get win number 2. And I know part of that is because I need Seattle to lose every single game, so I am rooting against them. So we can get that first round pick, which is looking better and better. And Russ, if you're watching, stay home, heal up all the way, man. Get that finger 100% before you even think about coming back. If it takes 8 weeks, take it.
Yep.
Take it. It's your health. You can't jeopardize your health, right? I mean, it's just a game.
Yep. No,
Home.
Listen, I'm with you. I said in the preseason that Jacksonville would not be last in their division, and I think I'll tell you, the guy that I have a problem with is DK Metcalf. This guy is turning into Odell Beckham. If you watch him, he's fighting with everybody now. Maybe he's mad at Russell's. Yeah, he's in the face last week. I think didn't they play Seattle, New Orleans last week? With Lattimore, him and Lattimore going at each other, face masks, grabbing each other's face, hitting people. Like, he's doing a lot of dirty stuff. And I don't know what's driving it. I don't know, what kind of person he is. I've never heard him interviewed, but he just seems like he's a problem, right? He seems like how Odell was for the Giants when he was losing his mind and headbutting their kicking tee and all that stuff. I feel like he can self-destruct, and even more so now. Maybe if he's not being targeted, he gets upset. But I don't think Geno's got the guy to do it. I mean, there's a reason he's been a backup and he hasn't played in years. But I think Jacksonville can go up there and win in Seattle, which you would never think was possible in Seattle. But how AB used to be also.
Man,
yeah.
I hope
if you
not.
watch Metcalf, I'm telling you, when you watch him, watch when they're showing the play and watch what he's doing. He's doing a lot of I think underhanded stuff, and I think he's a problem. I think he's going to turn out to be a problem, like a guy that's not going to be in the league a long time when he has all the skills to be an elite guy. I think he's going to self-destruct.
Let's hope not, because just take a look at Antonio Brown. I mean, that's the perfect example. Like, the most prolific wide receiver in the league for 4 years, probably. Then, I mean, his stretch was incredible, unstoppable wide receiver. The fact that the Steelers didn't win multiple Super Bowls when they had Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown at their best is incredible to me. Like, absolutely incredible. But yeah, Antonio Brown could have been up there with Jerry Rice as one of the best wide receivers of all time, and just self-destructed. Same with OBJ was off to a great start and then lost his mind. And man, when you look at, to me, DK Metcalf is better than both of them skill-wise. Way more skill, way more size, durability. Yeah, but he's walking around.
You got to have a mentor or somebody to help you get through it. Yep.
Yeah. But let's hope not this year, next year, that he gets that all together. So we'll see. But okay. So again, big surprise. We're both going Jags to upset Seattle, and man, I can't wait. If that happens, the news guys up here, like they're already in shock every week. Like when they lost last week, and I was watching the news after, and they're just like, this is just, we don't know what to do. This just doesn't, like you can just like,
that's what John was dealing with too.
It's just so funny to watch because it's true. The Seahawks, since Russell Wilson's been here, they've had a good team on the field every single year. And now this year they're just like, we're 2-5. This doesn't, I'm so confused.
That's a big drop off. Yeah. Especially they end up going 2-6 after today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then what? Then it's like, are we going to start? Then if they lose, do they unload somebody before Tuesday? Do they unload Lockett? Do they unload? Who knows?
They could. Because they're basically out of it.
Yeah.
If they go 2-6, I mean, actually, I kind of want to
Tyler Lockett up on the block at the last minute.
Could be.
Somebody might make a phone call and say, "Hey,
Yeah,
we'll take
or
him."
if they have any good defensive people here. But let me take a look at the playoff standings as we speak.
What about Jamal, your boy?
I don't think anybody's taken that contract on for what he's doing.
No. No.
So the only team that's worse. So out of the 16 teams in the division, Seattle's the 15th team right now in the playoff hunt.
There you go.
Only behind the winless Lions, which is incredible. And the Lions should I don't think they'll jump them yet, but yeah. So that's bad. They are really bad. They are. How are you coming out of this one? You lose this game, it's over. It's absolutely over. I mean, the Cardinals are 7-1. The Rams are 6-1.
So actually, is there any chance if they lose, they trade Wilson? Because they were talking about Wilson preseason. So is he a guy they can? Is somebody calling now, Miami or somebody saying, "Hey, sniff around and see is Wilson available?"
Right.
Jets? Could the Jets go back to Seattle about getting Wilson?
I don't think they're going to do that, but I mean, maybe Carolina picks up the phone and hey, maybe Sam Darnold. We'll see what Sam does today. If Sam puts up another clunker, do they give? Hey, let's get Russ down here. Let Russ cook in Carolina.
Wow, imagine.
Yeah,
you never know. If they lose today, they could.
That's yeah.
But then what does Seattle do? Then what is Seattle doing?
I guess you just ride Geno out and then draft a quarterback.
I guess.
I don't know, because you're going to get multiple firsts for him.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting to see. Very interesting. So, all right. So let's roll out the end of this here. Washington going to Denver. 4 points for Denver, 44 over under. Another game that I don't think Vegas really knows where to put the scoring at.
They know.
And I don't know.
In Denver, Samuel's out.
He's been out all season though, so that's nothing. You do have Gibson, you've got McLaurin,
McKissick.
but McKissick, he's okay, but
right tackle's out, right guard is questionable.
Yeah,
the defense hasn't really been playing up to what they should be. 2-5.
I'm going to say give it to
Denver.
I'm going to give it to Denver in this one. Give it to the home team when in doubt.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm going to let that running game in Denver dictate the pace of this game, and I think they're going to handle most of the workload.
So running right into that Washington defense.
Yeah, but it's not Washington's defense.
No, it really isn't. It really isn't.
It's very strange, but I mean, we
Judy
thought it was
back,
great.
Sutton, and you know what? I don't know why we're on the same page here, but I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with Denver at home.
Denver, nice.
And then Washington and Philly, 2-6. Oh my God, how great is that? And then if the Giants could win Monday night. Alex, are you Al Salty Scrubs? Yes, I believe he is.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about, but maybe that's from Super Troopers. Is that where you got that?
Al
Salty Scrubs.
No, he's never seen it.
I'm kidding. I know. I was on the show 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's kind of a. Well, is he number 10 now? Or was he? Alex's comments there with the waiver wire priorities. That's kind of a strange one. So, all right, we got a few minutes left here. Let's go Bucs Saints. Travel in New Orleans, 4-2 Saints against the 6-1 Buccaneers.
Yeah.
I think Bucs handle this pretty easy. They're only 4-point favorites.
I do. I mean, Taysom Hill is out still, right? They don't know what timetable on his concussion. Tampa has what? Antonio's out. But I don't think they have enough even though they're 4-2, I don't think they have enough to stay with Tampa. No.
Okay.
Jameis,
not going to hang.
No, I'm just looking at something here. No, I think Tampa wins this game. No problem. I mean, we were talking about Tampa. Who were they going to lose to, and were they going to lose, right? But they already got one loss this season. No, I think they
handle
the Rams. Absolutely. 425 in Atlanta. Jesus. In New Orleans.
In New
Yes.
Orleans.
Tampa Bay. Yep.
Yeah.
Cover the spread. Yep.
Agreed. Alex,
Yep.
don't you let him talk to you like that. You better give it right back. Yeah. And plus, I need you to win so I can take second place or first place back. All right. So Cowboys Vikings Sunday night. We already know we don't need to talk about Monday. You're going to take the Giants, right? But Sunday night, Cowboys at Vikings. This is one that you definitely want to see the Vikings winning. But do you think they will? They're 2.5-point favorites. It all rests on Dak, right?
It all depends on whether or not Dak's playing. I think if Dak plays, I think Dallas wins. I have Dak in my lineup because my other quarterback is Lamar, who's on a bye, so I need him to play. Hey, Jacob. But I'd love to see Dallas lose, right? And everybody come down a little bit, right? The whole East lose this week. But no, I think Dallas. I think Dallas wins. I don't trust Cousins. There's a lot of quarterbacks in his league I just don't trust, right? And Cousins is another one. When the chips are down, he doesn't seem to step up. And Dalvin Cook hasn't been having a good year, and they have weapons, but I think Dallas takes it. I missed that last part.
I think your ass kicking is on its fine. That's good. So this is going to be one that if the Cowboys have Dak, the Cowboys win. Yeah. If they don't, the Vikings win. That's what it comes down to me.
I'm with you.
That if Dak's not in this game, Cousins doesn't have to do as much, and Dalvin Cook can work. So that's one of the things that.
Oof. Start two. Devontae Waddle, Cole Beasley, Judy. So Judy, we talked about his ankle is a little tender, and don't know if he's going to hold up.
Waddle for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely like Waddle a lot, and especially in junk time, and they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. And I kind of want to go double rookies here. Yeah,
probably
against
Devontae.
The Lions. Mm-hmm. It's a softer Lions defense.
The teammates. Yep. Put the teammates in there.
Yeah, go with Devontae Smith there. The Lions, that game I think is going to be a pretty nice shootout. Devontae should be good. And then go with Waddle as well. And I would actually, I'd put Waddle first, Devontae Smith, Beasley third, and Judy fourth. I'm not comfortable with Judy coming off the IR right away with that ankle injury.
Tender ankle. Yep.
Yeah, let it heal up all the way. He might be more of just a distraction play, but and Beasley's a nice play, but I just don't think they're going to need to throw the ball that much. I think this game's going to get out of hand quick, and it's just going to be easy. But I do like Beasley as well. But go with the two games that Smith. I think it's going to be a back and forth with the Lions, and Waddle a lot of garbage time, and he's just good. He's just good. So hopefully that helps. Thank you for checking out the show, man. And hopefully you hit that subscribe button, come back every Sunday morning and talk to us. So let us know if we made the right call, or come in and yell at us if we didn't. So, and last but not least, we've got 2 minutes. Giants Chiefs.
So Jacob, what do you think there? What's your prediction for that game, real quick? So I said in the preview, the only way I see the Giants winning, right? Because we have a lot of guys banged up. It looks like Tony's going to play. It looks like Shepard's going to play. I think the only way Giants win is if we hold the Chiefs to 28 points, right? Because we're not going to go 42-40. We don't do that. We don't score that many points. I think the only way the Giants can win is if we hold them to 4 touchdowns and we score 30, right? And that was my prediction on the other show, 30-28. That's what I'm rooting for. That's what I'm gunning for. That's it.
Man. So I'd like to hear what Jacob and his
Give me a score.
Outlandish predictions.
No, something realistic, not 41-0. Something real.
So quickly, while we're waiting.
Is Tony going to start fighting again? That's a good question, Mark. I mean, right, he's another one now. He had that great game. What do you have, 189 yards or something on offense, and he throws a punch at the end at someone's helmet. What are you doing?
Right.
What are you? And then Judge was like, "Get the hell out of here. Go back, get uniform, go get in a shower." And he was like, "Yeah, let the NFL fine him, do whatever they want, because I'm not playing that." You know,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. But
Best of luck to everyone not named Mark. That's good. Yeah, so give me. I'm going to take the Chiefs. It just
of
doesn't make
course,
sense that the Chiefs are this bad.
yeah.
The talent is I wish I could say which way this game's going to go. It's a home game for the Chiefs though. They've got to get it right. But at this point with the Giants, I didn't see last week coming. If the defense steps up again, and Daniel Jones continues his upward trajectory, which is also hard for me to say, it could happen. It could absolutely happen. If nothing else,
it would be awesome. Oh
if
my
nothing
God.
else, they could cover the spread. I mean,
Awesome.
10-point underdogs, they could cover that. So, so that wraps at 10 o'clock, guys.
Let's go
best
watch
of
it.
luck. Best of luck to all your teams. Best of luck to your fantasy. Hopefully you got all your changes in, and hopefully you win. And we'll be back to do a wrap-up show probably tomorrow. But we'll talk to John, see what he's up to, if he's ready to go. And we'll go from there. So best of luck, guys, and we'll see you all real soon. Later.